You know what they say. Keep it balanced. Keep it cute. But baby, my balance, it comes from above. So step light. Hold your head high. We gon' praise and still look fly. Weighing every season, heart on one side, truth on the other. Grace in my walk, glory in my cover. Step to the left, I'm aligned. Peace in my heart, made of mine. Wrist shining, Bible in my bag. Gold on my neck, Savior in my sweat. Hey, born with the scales in my head. Still I lay it all in His plan. Measured by mercy, not fame. He called my star by my name. I'm a Libra in the light, standing tall in my faith. Pretty smile, holy style. I got heaven on my face. Oh yeah. When I move, when I glide, it's the grace in my stride. Balanced by the blood, that's my scales and my pride. That's my scales and my pride. Hey, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh, hands up high, heels on beat, praise in the club, praise in the street. Halo over this laid out lace, a little gloss, whole lot of grace. They see the charm, but He sees the core. He opened doors I ain't asking for. So I two-step, testify, slide every turn. He by my side. I'm a Libra in the light, standing tall in my faith. Pretty smile, holy style. I got heaven on my face. When I move, when I glide, it's the grace in my stride. Balanced by the blood, that's my scales and my pride. That's my scales and my pride. Whoa, left, right, spin it, back, stay true. If you love the Lord, let Him shine. Heart in the clouds, feet on the floor. Give Him the praise, then we give Him some more. I'm a Libra in the light, standing tall in my faith. Pretty smile, holy style. I got heaven on my face. When I move, when I glide, it's the grace in my stride. Balanced by the blood, that's my scales and my pride. That's my scales and my pride.
Yes. Hey, everybody. This is your girl, Creole Butterfly, Libra Butterfly, Coco 929, coming to you from the great state of Kentucky, where the women are beautiful and the horses are fast. How the horses are beautiful and the women are fast. It just depends on what you say. I want to say happy birthday, happy anniversary, happy quinceañera, happy bar mitzvah to Lottie Dottie and everybody on the sound of my voice. And you know I'm the Oprah, the what? The smooches. So come here. Mwah. You the smooch. Everybody gets a darn blasted smooch. How you doing? How your people doing? How your folks doing? Okay. Who I've been outside today. Yes, we've been outside. The weather feels so great, so good. I embraced it. I done been everywhere. Thank you, Lord. I thought I was gonna have to put more money in my car for gas, but I was putting $13 in it, and it only took $9.50. I'm like, praise God, give me my money back. Thank you, give me my money. All right, so we on full. Yes, sir. Yes, we is. All right, y'all. Anyway, I hope you all have had a wonderful 30 thus far. And if not, if you ain't stuck your head out the door, if you ain't stuck your pinky toe out, man, go on stick your pinky toe out the door. Ugh. Y'all get your pinky toe outside. Do you heard me? I think I'm gonna go to Louisville. If I don't go today, I'll probably go to Louisville tomorrow. See my mommy. We done talked on the phone, and she rode past my area while she was talking to me and said, "I'm riding past your area. Hey, girl." I said, "Hey, girl." We crazy like it, okay? She had to come my way out to me because her bank is out here. Her bank is open out here in my city on Saturdays, and so something was wrong with her cord. Yeah, man. Let me tell you about my mom. Y'all ready? I do all her Amazon shopping. She does all her Timo shopping. I'm so glad no Timo for her came this week. But my God, today, if we ain't hit Amazon like we got stock, and I think we got to get some, okay? Because this woman, every week, she got about 4 or 5 boxes coming to my house from Amazon. And she gave me her card because she always, because she don't know how to do it. She'll say, okay, go on Amazon and find me. And so I let her, and I'm like, okay, I got this, and okay, yeah, get 2 of those. How many you think I know? So yeah, okay. So this morning I was doing just that with her on the phone, and she said, I said, Mama, they said your course declined. She said, lies you tell. She said, honey, I just checked my account. I said, well, I'll tell you what they told me. I said, and I got it on file, so I know, I done used it before. And she said, I'm going to go to the bank right now. She said, let me get dressed. She said, I'm going to the bank because they close at noon. I'm going out here right now. They're going to tell me what's up with my card because ain't nobody text me, called me or nothing and told me there was nothing wrong with my card. Lord, she gets out there at the bank and they tell her, well, we seen there was a fraud at Southern Hospitality. She said, it wasn't no fraud. It was me using my card and it wouldn't go through for some reason at Southern Hospitality for $8.89. And the lady said, yep, that's what it was. She said, I know, because I was the one using it and it wouldn't go through. And she said, because we thought it was fraud. She said, yeah, right. It was too funny. She said, don't do my card like that no more. Call me and ask me. Y'all usually call me and ask me. So, it's been something else. Now, for those of you all who was concerned about my fall, I have been slowly but surely healing. So God is good. Thank you so much for caring. Those of you all who was concerned about me and my surgery, that particular surgery, even though it took long, y'all, I am healing from that. I'm doing rather well. That area is not as sore as it was. So thank you so much for your prayers and stuff. Um, Let me see. Well, I ain't gonna say that. Only a few people know what else is gonna happen, and that's how I'm gonna keep it. Cause not everybody be happy for you, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like not everybody's happy for you. I'm just gonna say, what's up, JB? I know you on your way to the stir. You on your way to the stir, bear. So, all right, y'all. So let me get into it real quick, cause I don't want to be here long. I'm actually trying to time myself, okay? Because I know people be got things to look at, like who said, what said, they said, we said. So I don't want to interrupt all of that for you. Okay. Do y'all remember that I told y'all back in 2020? I said I want y'all to start saving water. This is before the pandemic hit in 2020. I started telling my people to start getting water. I said you're gonna need water to bathe with for everybody that's in your house. For everybody that's in your house, you're gonna need water to cook with. For everybody that's in your house, you're gonna need bottled water to drink. Okay. I said, so don't just go get no thing of water and think that's gonna be it. I also told you guys that the next major thing that I saw there was gonna be war over the waters. Okay. Some of y'all that's been following me for a while, y'all remember that. Okay. All right. So every month I come on here, if not every live, and remind y'all to stack your water first. Then I tell you to drink your water because, that's what we do. We mind our business and drink our water in the butterfly kingdom. But I've been telling y'all to stack water. Now, some of y'all ain't going to listen to me. I ain't talking to you because nothing I tell you, you have to do. I ain't got no gun to your head or nothing, okay? But I've been telling y'all to stack your waters and stuff, right? So I hope y'all still been doing that, even though you don't see nothing right now happening with it. That's how some of us black people are always trying to play catch up because we don't heed the warnings ahead of time. Because I ain't nothing happen. It ain't necessary. I ain't got to do that. And then when something happened, now you scrambling. Can somebody take me so I can go get some water? Dad, y'all don't water by the waters. Well, what you thought they was just gonna wait until you got ready to get some with your highness self and then do it? Okay. Now, let me tell you how God usually works with me. When He give me something to say, it's usually when nobody's talking about it. When ain't nobody said nothing just about it's like you don't hear nothing. Because I'm always see my prophecy words has to seem like a lie first before it like smacks you in your face and shows you it's the truth. Okay. So today got home feeling good, playing my game, went to refresh to go to another game. Something said, boom. I said, okay, God, thank you. So I'm going to show y'all what came to me. You ready? Let's go. Let me make sure y'all can hear it.
To this. The next big shortage is going to be water. There's a reason why Richard Branson, Bill Gates, and a few others own 40% of all the mineral rights in the United States. We want the water rights. Soon, a cup of water like this is going to be more than a gallon of gas. Now, while we were distracted with other things, there's a danger that nobody's talking about. But it's going to hit harder than anything this decade. The world could run out of water. It's actually called day zero. Now, day zero is a moment when the water supply gets so low that governments have to shut off access to regular tap water. Remember, we're in the biggest tech transformation in history, and tech needs water. AI and data centers need water. Now, remember, 71% of the world's surface is water. Now, that's a lot of water, but here's the truth. 97% of that water is salt water, and another 2% is locked in ice. That leaves us with about 1% of easily accessible, usable water. Now, we can convert that salt water, but it's very expensive, and that water would cost about $4 to $6 a gallon. That is a serious threat, but it could be a huge opportunity. There's a reason why people like Bill Gates, Richard Branson, and other billionaires are investing in water. Now, here's 5 ways to invest in water. You have water ETFs, PHO.
Did y'all hear that? Hold on, let me go back. Let's go.
To this. The next big shortage is going to be water. There's a reason why Richard Branson, Bill Gates, and a few others own 40% of all the mineral rights in the United States. We want the water rights. Soon, a cup of water like this is going to be more than a gallon of gas. Now, while we were distracted with other things, there's a danger that nobody's talking about. But it's going to hit harder than anything this decade. The world could run out of water. It's actually called day zero. Now, day zero is a moment when the water supply gets so low that governments have to shut off access to regular tap water. Remember, we're in the biggest tech transformation in history, and tech needs water. AI and data centers need water. Now, remember, 71%.
See, and that's what I keep telling all of you all that wants all of these data centers and all of this and stuff. You want something that's going to take your livelihood. You can live without food, but you cannot live without water. Your body is between 71 to 75% water. That's what you're made up off of. So you want them to come and make all these data centers to where they take I forget how many gallons every 15 days. Think about that over months. Think about that over years. Think about how many people's in the world. Okay? I told y'all, war over water. I'm not just a pretty face, honey. I'm smart too. And not only that, God speaks to me. Okay? So let me show you what else you all can get. And this is what I have been telling you guys this for the longest. And like I said, some of you listen, some of you don't, you know. Hold on, I'm pulling it up as we speak. I'm gonna have to get some more. I got some, but I'm gonna have to get some more. Here we go. Some of y'all not gonna do it, and that's fine. That's cool. Some of y'all saying right now, girl, ain't nobody gonna do all that. If it's meant for me to die, I'm gonna die. Then okay, go right ahead. See, a lot of times God will warn you for things because evidently it's not meant for you to die. Ignoramus. Okay? Okay, so let me show y'all this real quick. Let me make sure y'all can see it. Hold on. Okay. Thank you, James, and smooches to you. Thank you for dropping down. See, not everybody sleep. Thank you so much. Okay. That's crazy work, man. That is crazy work. Okay, so these right here are what you call purifying straws, meaning that if something happened and the only water you got is dirty or whatever, you know you can't just pick it up and put it in your mouth. These are straws that filter the water as you suck. Okay, they take out all the dirt, all the impurities, oil, whatever's in the water, they purify it while you're drinking the water. Everybody that's human needs one of these straws, okay? One or two of these straws. If nothing ever happens in your lifetime, praise God. If something do happen, at least you'll have something to fight with, okay? At least you'll have something to fight with. Now they got pills and all that and stuff too, but you can get that for when you cook. If you have to, if something happened and you got to use that water to cook, you can use them purifying pills when you cook. Okay. But I would say get you some of these straws. Just every now and then, once a month or twice a month, buy 2 straws and keep all of your stuff in a spot to where if something happened, you can get to it. Even if you got to split it up, buy enough that you can split up. Put some one place, some another place. Don't tell everybody what your business is, because I'm gonna tell you, in a crisis, people forget how much they love you. They trying to survive. That's why ain't none of my stuff at my house. None. So I wanted to show y'all this. You can look up, like I said, it's called water purifying straws. Okay. That's what it's called. So I just wanted to, not no gloom and doom and everything. I just wanted to tell you guys about that. So you can be forewarned. To be forewarned, warned is to have knowledge. Okay. It's to have knowledge. And it's to be proactive. Like I said, if nothing ever happened, praise God. You feel me? Then you ain't got to worry about nothing. All right. Leave it for your ancestors' ancestors. All right. But the way that this government's going, okay, and let me warn y'all about something else. This is just my opinion. Do I have my little thing down there? This is just my opinion. Let me get the right one, because they be trying. So hold on. Let me go right here. Let me get the right one. Okay. Y'all better be careful. For all of this stuff that y'all feel is natural disasters. No, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I am smart enough to know some things. I don't know if y'all ever heard of NATO and all this other stuff, but y'all better be careful what y'all think is a natural disaster. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Even when it comes to stuff with the UFOs, okay, I really believe there are other life forces somewhere else. I really do believe that, and I believe they do have information on it. Now, does that mean every sighting that we will see or have saw is a true UFO sighting? I don't believe that. I don't. And that's just my opinion, y'all. It's just my opinion. That's it. Um, I ain't nobody, you know what I'm saying? So, okay. But that's what I wanted to, that's the important part right there that I wanted to let you guys know. Also, during this time, y'all, let me go ahead and hit this while I'm here. During this time, everybody, no matter what your religion is, if you have a religion, everybody needs to take up meditation. Everybody, because that's going to help you navigate your day. It's going to help you navigate your emotions. It's going to help you heal your body. Okay. Stay away from the news a lot, y'all. Some of y'all watch news all day, every day. That's not good for your system, your spirit, your mind, or your body. It's negativity that keeps feeding you. So I'm going to say in the morning, if you can get up an extra 10 minutes early and just spend time in pure silence, darkness, silence, just sit there and just try to keep your mind as clear as possible. Deep breathe in, out, in, out. You'll be surprised what they do. You really would be surprised what they do. It'll help you deal with them co-workers that get on that last one that you want to cuss out and all that other type of stuff. It'll help you deal with traffic. Okay? It'll help you deal with that woman trying to put her makeup on while she's driving, getting on your nerves because she won't keep up with the traffic. You know, that man that just don't know where he going and he keep cutting everybody out. It's, baby, what you heard that they done did an executive order on and all this and stuff. And baby, meditate, pray. Some of y'all don't like the word pray. So, okay, cool. Then just be quiet. Sit still and be quiet. And if you just got to have some sound, put on some music. Put on some jazz music. Something that relaxes you. It don't take you nowhere. It just relaxes you. It does what it's supposed to do. Don't you know the reason why they play music in the stores? Because they have learned, scientists say, that music changes the mindset of the shopper. It relaxes them enough to where they buy more than what they intended to buy. That's why when you go in the malls, if some of y'all still have malls like we do, you go in the malls, you're all in elevator music, the jazz of the latest music and stuff, and you feel all good, and you like, oh, I was just gonna get this. Let me look over here and see. They know it does something. It transforms the mind. Okay. Next, before I get out of here, hold on. One more thing. Let me see. One moment. We're going to talk right here. I want y'all to listen to him right here. Okay. And this is how I feel. A lot of ministers before the 24 election was telling everybody that Trump was God's man. Trump was God's man. God is loving on Trump. Trump, this, that, and the other. He still may be. I'm not saying whether he is or not. I can only tell you what my beliefs are. My beliefs, some things, yes, he is listening to God about. Some things, somebody else is talking. I'm just being honest with you. It's a 50-50 chance. Some things is God, some things is somebody else. You got to just see and pray on which ones is God ordained or man ordained, okay? You know, no disrespect. That's just how I feel, okay? So, listen to what, let me make sure y'all can see him. Hold on. Yeah. Just listen to what he says. See if y'all agree.
So theology as the basis of public policy is going to always be problematic. Whose theology are you going to use? Are you going to use the theology of the slave masters who went and brought slaves from West Africa? Some of them in the cruise ships that were named Jesus? Whose theology are you going to use? The theology of the preacher who would preach on Sunday and rape slaves Monday through Saturday? Whose theology are you going to use? The theology that believes to this day that women can't hold a leadership position because of their genital? Whose theology are you going to use? The Mormon theology? Catholic theology? Whose theology are you going to use? Because you're going to always have deviation with theology. And so when you try to use a theological construct for public policy for the entire world, are you going to believe the theology of white supremacists who to this day still try to bring value out of slavery and suggest that slavery was a necessary providential good for Africans, who tried to humiliate Black people to this day by suggesting that slavery was a blessing and a gift from God? Is that theology you're going to use? Whenever you try to use...
So let me say something. Somebody said to me, yeah, but you don't know everything because the Bible says slaves obey your master. Okay, sir, ma'am. Sir, ma'am. Ma'am, sir. It does say that in the scripture, but check this out. When did it put a color on it? I mean, I'm just going to stand right here and wait for you to tell me since you know everything. And I tell you, I don't know everything, but since you know everything and we know nothing, I just want to see where does it put a color on the slave? And back in those days, actually, your slave was supposed to be an extension from your own blood family. Meaning that however good your family had it, your slave should have been like your first cousin. Okay? If you ate good at your table, your slaves were supposed to eat good. If you wore good clothes, your slaves were supposed because there was an extension of you. So tell me, where in the Bible, first of all, that you can prove to me that it's supposed to be black people that was supposed to be in slavery. When you do that, I will shut what we call the heck up. Until then, kick rocks with open-toed shoes. Okay, because not all of us on YouTube are dumb. Some of us play one on TV. Okay, thank you. Sorry, my butterflies. I had to tell that person that. Okay, we're going to listen to this one more time.
Use personal theology as the basis of public policy, it's going to always be problematic. Whose theology are you going to use? Are you going to use the theology of the slave masters who went and brought slaves from West Africa, some of them in the cruise ships that were named Jesus? Whose theology are you going to use? The theology of the preacher who would preach on Sunday and rape slaves Monday through Saturday? Whose theology are you going to use? The theology that believes to this day that women can't hold a leadership position because of their genital? Whose theology going to use? The Mormon theology, Catholic theology? Whose theology going to use? Because you're going to always have deviation with theology. And so when you try to use a theological construct for public policy for the entire world, are you going to believe the theology of white supremacists who to this day still try to bring value out of slavery and suggest that slavery was a necessary providential good for Africans, who tried to humiliate black people to this day by suggesting that slavery was a blessing and a gift from God? Is that theology you're going to use?
Well, thank you, sir. We appreciate you. Hold on. Okay. So, and I agree with that. Like I said, during that time, everybody was saying, that's Trump's man, Trump's God's man, and he's here to rid the earth of is this, that, and the other, and this, that, and the other, and all this and stuff. And I don't know why y'all shocked that Paula White is showing y'all who she is. I don't know. I've been telling y'all about her for years, even when she was trying to be with Juanita Bynum and T.D. Jakes as her spiritual daddy. I told y'all men, black people, hold on, white people, hold on, my sisters and brothers that's vanilla in color. Hold on, boots, hold on. Black people, my chocolate thunders. I told y'all back then that the woman wasn't what I told y'all. Okay, we don't had in-depth conversations about this woman, and y'all still wouldn't listen to a girl. And now y'all like, I can't believe that she doing. Why can't you? Huh? Anywho, move forward. Moving on. Shout out to all my butterflies and the ones that'll be looking at this later on. Just see y'all. I got one more thing. On a lighter note, we're gonna hit this before we get out of here because after this, I got one more thing to say, and then we out of here. I think I'm doing good time. And what y'all think? Okay. I think I'm doing good time and good time. Y'all, am I wrong for wanting a 100-inch television? Yes, I know I got an 85-inch. What's your manual business? I want a bigger TV. I'm gonna swap this one, my 85-inch that I got in my media room. I want that in my bedroom. The TV I got in my bedroom is a 60-inch, so I want that in my dining room / living room. And so the 100-inch I want in her, cause Anyway, I just had to ask y'all because y'all my peoples. Y'all is my peoples. Okay, let's go. Okay, so we're gonna celebrate this real quick before we hit the last thing and get up out of here. I just wanted to break up the sadness and the straightforward. You know, I gotta give you a little something to either enjoy, I laugh at, I smile. So let's go. Let's go, girl. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Come through, come through, come through. Yes, okay. She did that. She did that. Okay, she did that. Yes, ma'am. Let me tell you something real quick. For those of you all that suffer with arthritis and maybe fibromyalgia and everything like it, because y'all know I suffer from fibromyalgia as well. So let me tell you, my doctor told me, he said, were you an athlete, you know, in your earlier years and all this and stuff? I said, well, yeah. I say I was an athlete. He said, well, just name some things. I told him, I said, I ran track. I ran the 400. I ran cross country. I was in gymnastics. I was a cheerleader. I was a drum on the drum team. I was head of the step team. I played basketball. I was point guard. I played power forward. And I said I played softball. I was on the volleyball team. And he was just looking at me. He said, "Your body. That's why your body is going through what it's going through." He said, it took your body years to catch. I said, no, I also used to dance. I said, I mean, really dance. I used to strip for a while. I said, but I used to dance. I was on dance team, everything. I said, and he said, oh my goodness. He said, you put your body through a lot. He said, a lot of people that have put their body through a lot at a younger age is now feeling it now as they get older. I was diagnosed with arthritis in my early 20s. I think I was 21 and got the diagnosis being, having arthritis and everything. So I just want to put your mind at ease. If you did some things like I did some things as a young person, then most likely your body is now catching up with all the trauma that you put it through. I used to be on the breakdancing team. We performed in different places, got our names in the paper, everything. So, baby, I ain't letting nothing, I ain't leaving no stone unturned. Do you hear me? Okay, so that's why sometimes I think about it like, girl, you done lived your life. So, and everything. But arthritis is inflammation of your joints. Okay, arthritis can set up anywhere. It can set up in your feet. It can set up in your knees, your fingers, your neck. Okay, anywhere. It can set up in your eyes. Seriously, arthritis is inflammation of. Okay, it's itis. Itis is inflammation of knife-ritis. I'm sorry. When I would go blank when I'm trying to give you all the itises, okay? But anything that they tell you got an itis on it is inflammation of. All right. So a lot of us got a lot of inflammation. A lot of us is insulin resistance and don't know it. Okay. We insulin resistant and don't know it. You got to see what's going on. And men can be this too. So I'm talking to everybody. Okay. A lot of times men feel it in their prostate. Okay. They start, developing prostate issues because that thing it has inflammation. Okay. It swells. So, you got to make sure that you get you a diet, and I hate diets, just get you a way of living to where you cut down on the carbohydrates, you eat more protein and more fruits and vegetables, really fruits, okay? If you go on a 72-hour fruit diet, your body will shift so quick, you won't know, baby, when I tell you, when I'm telling you, okay? So I just want to make y'all know that, all right? Inflammation of is itis. So no matter where it sets up at, it's inflammation of. If you take down your inflammation, now fibromyalgia means that your inflammation markers, okay? Because all in your body, you have markers, all right? Ask your doctor. Your fibromyalgia means your markers are inflamed, okay? And they're staying inflamed. That's the difference between that and arthritis. Arthritis, when you move, you have a little pain, you go, oh, my hands, man, my hands is aching. Okay. Your joints in your hands are your knees, are your ankles, your elbows, okay. Fibromyalgia is a different breed. Fibromyalgia, baby, it's a bully. Do you hear me? It's if people can touch you, like barely touch you, and it'll break you down like a fraction. Okay, your body hurts. It hurts. It don't have to have a rhyme or reason why it hurts. It just hurts. You could be laying in the bed all comfortable watching a movie, and your body will just start saying, I just want to mess with you today, and just start hurting. So if you don't get no release when you're sitting, you don't get no release when you're laying. When do you get a release? Thank you. Good question. Okay. Those of us who suffer from fibromyalgia wants to know the same thing. They have no medicine to give you. They actually give you psychotic medicine to help you with fibromyalgia pain. So if anybody tell you they on fibromyalgia medicine, that's a lie. If you research it, it was deemed for something else, and they're practicing it on you to see if it works. Now, ibuprofen, if you can take ibuprofen on NSAID or something like that, helps a little bit with it. I have learned, okay, it's a combination. I take Tylenol, generic Tylenol, but it has arthritis medicine in it. It actually says it on the bottom. It says acetaminophen with arthritis. Okay, that seems to penetrate and help some way better. Another thing I'm making sure is my vitamin D3 is high. When you are vitamin D3 deficient, your body go through pain. Vitamin D3 is just like an ibuprofen. Okay, so when your body is missing that necessary mineral, you'll go through all the pain in the world and don't know why. And even the doctors will tell you, I don't know why you're having that pain, blah, 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 blah. But if they do a blood work on you and they actually do and see where your vitamin D3 level is, most likely it's going to be deficient. So I take vitamin D3 every day. One pill I take is vitamin D/K2 because what that does, the K2 of the vitamin D3 is pull the calcium in the bone so it don't set up in your blood and cause a heart attack and all this and stuff. So vitamin D3/K2, it pulls the calcium in the bone where it should be. You ain't got to worry about breaking your bones and having fragile bones and all this and stuff. And then I take vitamin D3, 2 additional pills. That's 5,000 mgs or IU, same difference, just total different name by different companies. I take 2 of those, which is 10,000, and I take that with that. Okay, because that's something your body always uses is D3, always. Now, a lot of minerals your body don't use like that, but D3 is one. You can get depleted in it and don't know it. Just like potassium, you can get depleted in it and don't know it. Okay, so you know, minerals is something else. All right. So I just wanted to tell y'all that too, and especially if you have chronic pain, what's that, autoimmune issues, which is what arthritis is. Okay, it's an autoimmune disease. So if you have that, most likely you are deficient in 2 major key factors in your body. Okay. So I just wanted to, make that. I told you y'all can email me if y'all want me to talk about something. I will. I'll break it down like a fraction. Okay. So you can get the understanding of it. All right. So, that's what's important. What else did I want to say real quick? I'm trying to make sure this is all. Sean Bradley, shout out to Sean Bradley. Sean Bradley did get back with me on my Patreon and everything. So I'm gonna read what all he said, and I'm gonna go over my Patreon. And if y'all didn't see it, James dropped down and he said they are trying to put meters on all of the domestic wells. Wells is wells that you own, okay, in Oregon, so they can charge you for it. You mean to tell me I have a well that I can go to because, rainwater goes in my well. It's my well. But now you want to cap my well to charge me for my own water? Do y'all not see how diabolical people's minds and stuff is? It's weird. Colorado was the first state that I thought that legalized marijuana and had paid off all their states and stuff, bills and everything, because people was buying marijuana like crazy. Now all of a sudden you're trying to mess with people's water? That's diabolical, y'all. It really is. So again, if you wasn't here for the beginning of the live, you may want to click on it, because what I told y'all. Now they begin to talk about it, not as much as they should, because they don't want to make hysterical. They don't want to the blah cocoa. They don't want people to become hysterical when it comes to the shortage of water. Okay, so you probably won't hear about this until it's a desperate time. Okay, like from the masses. What's so ironic is a liar can't do nothing but lie. But even with a liar, sometimes they tell the truth. You just gotta weigh and see which one is a lie and which one is the truth. Unfortunately. What else was I gonna do? Hold on real quick, because I think we out of here. Hold on. Was it anything else I wanted? I'm still here, y'all. Give me one moment. To all my Android people, I gotta leave you. I just got me a new iPhone 17, and I'm only waiting until the second because my daughter is still on my plan, and she says she's switching the second. So my phone, those of you I know, my phone has been doing some ungodly stuff. So since she's leaving the second, I said, okay, I'm leaving the second. How about that? How come we both can't leave? She's going away on her own policy, and I'm switching to a whole nother phone plan. So hopefully I won't have. So let me y'all. So hopefully I won't have what I've been having, because baby, when I tell you, it's been something else with this phone. It has been something else with this phone. Okay. Last but not least, I love you guys, and no matter what the test, always do your best. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Now, this is what they did in Louisville, okay? I always say AKA all day, all right? So here we go right here. These are the fraternity, the Q Dogs here in Kentucky, Louisville, Kentucky. And they took the boat up. They took the Belle of Louisville up and everything and stuff. And so, yeah. Write me down. Hey,
After party at the groove, you know what y'all. You all online, man. On the wall, man. You know how to do it, man. What else? You right there with DJ up now. You know the after party's at the room, right?
Yeah.
You know the after party's at the room. I always say after party at the groove, man. I got 87 in the building. Let's get it on.
White man. Hey, come on, y'all. Hey. Yeah.
Y'all ready? You see my shit like ass up, face down. One night only, I'm from out of town. Down new rules, we ain't waiting on it. And if the pussy do, we ain't getting going. I'm telling. What up, bro? Hey. Nightmare like that. Big Mo. Big Mo. Hey, Donald. We make them all say. We make them all say. We make them all say. Now beat that kid in here. Hey.
Come on, cheers.
From Kentucky to the world, it's the season of the scale. Creole butterfly, spread them wings, girl. Yeah. Born to shine, leave a balance in her soul. Creole roots deep, got that heart of gold. Butterfly in motion, grace when she fly. Every room she step in, the stars multiply. Dr.Creole, wisdom with the style. That Kentucky vibe, make the world smile. Energy, crown sitting high. Royal Libra season, can't nobody deny. Creole butterfly, Libra queen tonight. Glowing like the moon in that southern light. From Kentucky fields to the city dream. She the vibe, she the balance, she the queen supreme. Smooth with the talk, yeah, she calm the storm. Butterfly wings, transformation form. She lifting up hearts with the words she say. A Libra queen guiding us all the way. Hey, Kentucky pride, rhythm in her veins. Creole fire running through her name. When she walk by, the whole crowd sing. Long little queen, let the bell of love ring. Yeah, butterfly, don't you slow it down. Dr.Creole in the royal crown. Balance in the spirit, love in her hand. Libra queen, ruler of the land. Creole butterfly, Libra queen tonight. Glowing like the moon in that southern light. From Kentucky fields to the city dream. She the vibe, she the balance, she the queen supreme. Yeah. So spread your wings, let your soul be free. Yeah. Dr.Creole butterfly. Turn